Hi friends, I hope wherever you are in the world you are happy and healthy. My name is Tammy, and if you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. I truly appreciate you choosing to chill out and hang out with me. So today's video is my Lenormand and Oracle collection. There might be a mild declutter, very mild declutter, because I really love my collection. But I do kind of want to tighten it up a bit. So I already have 3 in front of me that I know I'm going to declutter. And as for the rest, I'm not quite sure. So let's start with the Oracle. And I don't know how many I have. I'm gonna say I'm just under 100. So this will be a while. Hopefully my camera will focus at times. I'm not going to show like in depth of all of them, just enough to kind of, show you my collection. All right, so starting off, we will start with Oracle because I have a lot more of those. And I am like surrounded. If you could see, I am legit surrounded and stuck in this corner. So I don't even know where I'm going to put all this. Okay, so I'm going to move my purse out of the way. All right, so starting off, I kind of went back and forth on these. I loved the idea of getting the whole set, but I'm trying to move away from the whole collector's mentality because I don't want to be a collector for the sake of being a collector, and I already am. I'm that way with my candles, with my cards, with my makeup, and I'm trying to move away from that. So I am going to declutter the 3 sets of Seasons of the Witch decks I have. So the first one I got was the Samhain Oracle. And to be fair, I loved the concept of having one for all 8 holidays. However, I do not really like the artwork in this deck. And also, it has these like little phrases down below, not just a phrase, but some information. I would have preferred just keywords, to be honest. I'm not big on, having to look further into it. And so that was the Samhain. I will be decluttering this. I do not necessarily I know that there's 2 more decks out right now, and I do not need all 8. This is Yule. And now the artwork starts to get a little bit better. Sorry, dropping things left and right. It does become more inclusive. But again, it's just overall not my preferred style. I would just prefer to have the keywords because it would make it so much more simpler. And also, it just keeps me from buying, 5 more decks. So, and then the last one I have is Beltane. And I think of the 3, this is my favorite one. If I can get it open, there we go. Each of them do come with a book. And they all have really pretty edges. But again, just not really my style. So I am going to rehome these because they do not need to just be sitting in my collection when someone else can enjoy them and get some use out of them. So those 3 will be decluttered. Okay, next up, Sorry, I've got to put the book back in. Everyone has been sick in this house. My daughter actually just came home the day after Christmas from a week-long stay in the hospital with RSV and her asthma and beginning stages of pneumonia. So it's been a crazy couple days. Let's move on to past life decks and spirit communication decks. This one is staying with me. I picked this one up on Kickstarter. I love this deck. This is by Mandy Peterson. You can use the backs because all of the backs are different, as well as the fronts. So this deck is staying with me. It comes with a nice size book, so I will be keeping that one. This is the Past Life Oracle by Doreen Virtue and Brian L. Weiss. I read some of his books, loved his books. But these cards just, I've moved on from those. I get, I prefer the one by Mandy Peterson much more. And so I am going to declutter that. So, hey, not bad so far. Decluttering 4, keeping 1. I think this is where I'm not gonna be decluttering those. So I think those are the most I'm gonna declutter. I might declutter a couple more, we'll see. Next up is these postcards by Spirit or from Spirit. This is by, does it say? Oh, Colette Baron Reed. And I actually really do like these. So whenever I kind of like need just a little hug from a loved one who's passed on, I can pull one of these postcards and read it and just feel like Spirit is embracing me. So I will keep these. I just find these so comforting. And then last in this kind of, collection is my graveyard, embroidered graveyard. And this is another deck that I supported on Kickstarter. And I mean, look how pretty that siding is. And these are I just really, really like the artwork on these. The person who created it actually did all the embroidery and then, took pictures and posted to, I don't know how she did it, but I know it started with embroidered. And they are meant to be like, spirit communication cards, but you can also just use them as like a daily pull, So I will definitely be keeping this deck. It's very unique to my collection. And I will be keeping it. So keeping 3, decluttering 4. All right, next up. Let's do some of these that I kind of feel are just, you have time on your hands, kind of self-care-ish. So the first one is this Nest of Light Oracle, Harmonize Your Energy. I think that the backs are gorgeous. This is another deck I supported on Kickstarter. I like the artwork. Do these cards necessarily, I wouldn't say that I'm necessarily in tune with these cards. These kind of go back and forth. I feel like I need to work with them more to decide what I'm going to do. So I am going to keep them for now, but this may be a deck. I mean, look how pretty the artwork is. This may be a deck that later I am looking to rehome and declutter, but for now, I am going to keep it. This is another deck that I supported on Kickstarter, and I will keep it for now. This is a deck that I think I got on Etsy, and this is by Deja. It's self-care activity cards, my quality time. And I actually really love the artwork. Bath. And I kind of like just used it as, you know, pull a card and this is what I should kind of do for my soul, you know. I haven't used them in a while, but I do not think I'm ready to let these go just yet. I just really like the artwork. I mean, the edging is gorgeous. See if I can't pull it into more of my own personal daily self-care. So I'll keep that. And then next is the Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle deck. Now I was going to declutter this. And it's not because it's not gorgeous cards. They're super cute. And they are very like inclusive. There's all different body shapes, ethnicities. I believe that there's genders. I'm not positive on that one. I mean, they're very, very pretty. I do like the keyword. And then I don't mind like this little tiny saying. You know, it's one that gets like into a big passage that I'm like, I don't want to read all that. So at one point I was going to declutter them, but I'm actually going to keep them for now because I just purchased the tarot deck that is by the same creators and I want to put them together. So I'm going to keep it for now, but I really do like them. I just don't use them enough. So I'm hoping with the tarot deck that I will use them more. I know that my daughter loves these. Excuse me, she had me purchase a deck for her. Okay, moving on, we will go to, let's do some, do I have all my moon ones here? No. Okay, let's do some moon decks. So I have the Moonology Manifestation deck. Love this deck. These are definitely staying. And I love how it has the sign on it, as well as like down here, first quarter moon in Sagittarius. Has Cancer sign, last quarter moon in Cancer. It does have like a little keyword phrase. So I'll definitely keep those. I actually like them better than my original Moonology deck. However, I do like these two and we'll keep these. At the end, I'm gonna count up how many I have. Now this artwork isn't, I like the other artwork better than this. However, I do really like these cards too, and they do work well together. So I will keep this deck too. And then I have this little tiny moon deck. And I hate to take it out right now, but I will. And actually these ones I kind of just put out at that time of moon. At that moon phase. So I will keep those. Okay, and then the last one is my Spirit de la Lune Oracle deck. I mean, first of all, the box is just beautiful. It has a nice little book. And then, I mean, they're so pretty. So I will be keeping these ones too. So I will be keeping all of my moon decks. Okay, what's next? Let's do some just one-off kind of spiritual decks. Let me move some of this. Okay. All right, I have the Threads of Fate Oracle. I have the Shadow Edition. These are just gorgeous. Gorgeous. It has a nice little book. And even the book, you can kind of see that. This is the back. I'm definitely keeping these. Now there are different editions, but I just really liked the way that, you know, like the gold embossing like made it just fly out at me. So I'll keep that. Okay, then I have the Mists of Avalon Oracle. And do I want to keep these? I edged them myself in this dark brown. I don't mind the artwork on these. It does give me a keyword or a couple keywords. Yeah, I'll keep these for now. Try to get more use out of them. And then I know I'm keeping this one. This is the Spellcasting Oracle cards. I just love this. And this is by Flavia Kate Peters and Barbara Meikle-John Free. I really did not expect to love these as much as I do. I edged them in a dark blue. This is the back. I really didn't know how I was going to get along with this artwork, but this deck actually really surprised me, and I really fell in love with this deck. So definitely going to keep this one. And if there's any time you see a certain deck that you would like a flip through on, let me know. All right, these are the Enchanted Bruja Oracle this is second edition. I got this is by Alexandra Bunch. And I picked these up on Etsy, I believe. It has like a little flap to tell you this is the back of the cards. I went ahead and edged them in this dark orange to go with the back. And I just really enjoy these cards. I definitely use them during the Halloween season, but you can really use them at any time. And it'll say like the name, but then it'll have like a keyword. So Phantasma Past. Candelabra Crossroads. Spider Perseverance. So I just really, really like these. I love the artwork on these. So I'm definitely keeping this deck. Like I said, this is not gonna, this is more of a collection video so that I know what I am starting off 2024 with. And, you know, a very light declutter for those that I'm just not called to use anymore, or that just never really worked for me. All right, and then I have my Practical Magic Inner Witch Oracle. I love this movie, and this is the second edition. How's the, oh yeah, I didn't get the first edition. I got the second edition, and then I did get the first edition of the tarot deck, Practical Magic Tarot deck by the same creator. And it's by Grounded by the Moon. And it has like a little book. This is the back. And then this is based off of the movie Practical Magic, and I love that movie. So I was really glad to get my hands on this, and happy that I also have the tarot deck so that I can pair them together. So that's not going anywhere. I think because most of these will not be going anywhere, I am not going to say I'm going to save these because I'll be saying that a lot. So instead, if it is a deck that will be leaving, I will let you know this is a deck I am rehoming or decluttering. If I don't say that, that means it's staying with me. All right. Then I have this Magic and Mediums Oracle that is another Kickstarter that I supported. This one I need to spend more time with. Here are the backs. I really like the simplicity of the cards. I really like the artwork. But I am not called to use these enough. So I feel like I definitely need to hold on to this deck so that I can really feel more comfortable. And I'm not decluttering for the sake of decluttering, because, you know, just because it isn't a deck that I'm spending a lot of time with now doesn't mean that my interests won't change back and I'll want to spend more time with it. And then I have the Everyday Witch Oracle by Deborah Blake. And these are definitely a keep. I think they are so cute. This is the back with the cats. I think they are so cute. And I have the tarot deck too, so I like to pair them together. I love this one. The Inner Guidance deck, this is one of my all-time faves. This is another one that I supported on Kickstarter. And this is this is a first edition. Oh, Nadine Sophie Waiblinger. I mean, this is so gorgeous. And each one of these decks have like a little hidden symbol on it. So like, it's very hard to see. So on this kitty, it's like right on its third eye. I mean, this artwork is just, it's breathtaking. Love it. This is definitely one of my favorites. I find I pull them all the time, which then, you know, means I don't pull some of these other ones that I want to pull some more of. Okay, and then I have the Wandering Soul Oracle. And I picked up this one off of Etsy because I picked up the tarot deck by the same creator. And say Rachel Jean on Kickstarter. I have supported the tarot and I just loved it so much because I mean, like, look at that fine detail. Loved it so much that I went on to Etsy and picked up the Oracle, and I like to pair these up together, pair them up together. And here's the back. And it has that really pretty like rainbow. I think I decked it well, yeah. Rainbow edging. Okay. This one's not going anywhere. Shamanic medicine. Little feather in there with it. Has a nice size book. I edged these in that orangish brown burnt. This is the back. And it has the name and it has a keyword. Again, love this artwork. Okay, then I have the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck by Kyle Gray. And I edged it in this like dark brown. This is the back. I think I'm actually going to rehome these. I think the artwork is pretty. I do like the keywords, but it just does not necessarily vibe with me. So I think I'm going to rehome this one and declutter this one. So all the things that I'm thinking about decluttering and rehoming, I do put them in purgatory and see if I'm called towards them again. And if not, then I will either I don't know if I will sell on Facebook, or what usually happens is I pass them on to my niece or friends. And so I might do that. All right, then I have the Priestess of Light Oracle by Sandra Ann Taylor and Kimberly Weber. I was really hoping these were gonna, like be another instant love, like the spellcasting ones. And they're very pretty. I feel like I need to work with them more to make a decision on these. So I do love, love, love the back. Like which way? So okay. Then I have my WITCH Woman in Total Control of Herself deck. This is another Kickstarter. I get a lot of my decks on Kickstarter. I like supporting other people's dreams, Some of this artwork doesn't really do it for me, but I really do like the messages. So it will not be going anywhere. And then I also have the compendium of Witches Oracle. This is gorgeous. So this is another Kickstarter. I know that now you can also get this like mainstream. Has a nice little book. But this was a Kickstarter one. It's got like a linen fill. And they're just so breathtaking. I love this deck. If you did not support it via Kickstarter and did not get a chance to get your hands on this, you can go ahead and find them on Amazon and in a lot of a lot of stores and online markets. I don't know if it was Llewellyn who printed it, or I'm not sure which printing company took it on, but I know that they are out there and you do not have to spend what you would have spent on Kickstarter. Okay, so that's that. Then I also have my Halloween Oracle by Stacy DeMarco. I'm keeping this. I pull it out during Halloween. It's not my favorite, but there are some cards that I just absolutely adore. I do appreciate that it has the keywords. So like Apple, risk and reward. And I think I edged those in black. I don't think they were edged on their own. Okay, then I have this Chakra Wisdom Oracle deck. And I am going to go ahead and declutter these. I got these because I really wanted a chakra deck. However, I just really cannot get into these. The artwork just does not do it for me. So I will declutter and rehome these. All right, let's get into my, before I do that, this is another holiday one. This is my Christmas Oracle that originally I backed it on Kickstarter, but it did not go through. So the person who was selling them, got number 72 out of 500 that he made, went ahead and sold them on Etsy. And so I picked it up. And I just think it's fun to have like these little holiday ones, you know? And it came in a little bag that I believe the creator's mom actually like sewed, but then it also had another bag that you could put it in. So. Okay. Let's go to my witchy ones. Let me move some of this stuff because I've got a lot more stuff over here. Okay. Ooh, I don't even know how long we've been filming already, but I'm just gonna keep going through fast as can be because there's a lot to go through. And then I will count them at the very end and tell you how many I'm keeping, how many I decluttered. All right, so the first one is Goddess Spirit. This I picked up on Etsy, but this is also now you can get it in regular marketplace, like you can get it on Amazon, I'm sure. A lot of retailers. And I love the artwork. So I'm really happy that I was able to support this creator's dream. And I chose the bag to go with it. I do not think you can get the bag with the, regular. All right, and then this one is also a Kickstarter. And this is the Goddess Oracle, Guidance of the Goddess Oracle by Annette Perso and Israel Gonzalez. I do appreciate that this whole box fits, this book fits in the bag. It came edged with this like antique gold. And then I also have the Oracle of Freya. And this was another Kickstarter that I supported. If I can get the bag open. There we go. It has this gold edging. Here's the back. And then I have the Modern Goddess Oracle by Ethany. And I like this like modern take. It's a nice silver. Here's the back. And then I have Goddess Inspiration Oracle. Now I've had this one for quite some time, many, many years. Came in a nice little bag. This one, I don't know. I think I'll keep it for another year and then let go. But this artwork, like again, that whole like little paragraph, it just doesn't call to me to really pick them up. So I'll hold on to them for another year, see if I use them. And if not, it may be time to let this one go to someone else who will use them. I definitely got my use out of them in previous years. So, I mean, it could just be, you know, I may get that use later. And then the last one is my Goddess Oracle, which I've also had for quite some time. One thing that I have never liked about these cards is the back. I just don't like when backs have the name on them. Also has like the big borders. I do appreciate the keyword though. But this may be another one that I'll keep another year and see. Yeah, so I'll keep those for now, but they may be on the chopping block later. Okay, let's look at, no, we won't do those ones yet. These are the ones that are about to fall off. Let's look at my crystal ones. So I did get rid of some of my previous crystal deck. Did y'all hear that? Oh, that's a mess. And I can't even reach the pause button. All right, well, we're just gonna go through this section and then see if I can pause. Okay, so this is my Radiant Crystal cards. I backed this on Kickstarter. And I just love these. I love the artwork, the keywords, then on each back, there's like the chakra, the astrological sign, and affirmation and energies for each one of these. I just love, love, love this deck. And then it has this really pretty lavender side. And then I also have the Crystal Forests. This is the first edition. They did come out with a second edition. Just bums me out when you do that. When you get on Kickstarter, you support something and then they do another edition and they add some cards that the first that you backed didn't have. It just drives me crazy because the completionist in me wants it all. But I don't have the money to go and buy a whole second deck when I've got a perfectly good first deck. These are the backs. Not very fond of the backs. But the artwork is extraordinary. So like they took the energy of the stone and put it into like a forest scene. So here's bloodstone. This was malachite, blue lace agate. So, I mean, they're gorgeous. And you can't really see, but it does say the stone, and then it does have like a little keyword, but it is in gold, so it's like really hard to see unless you are up on them. And then the last crystals deck I have is my little crystal grid oracle cards, which I will also be keeping. So it says the keyword, shows the little grid and tells you which stones. You would incorporate. And what I like about these is if you do not have those stones, you can just stick this as your crystal grid for the day. Okay, I am going to try to pause this and get what I need off the floor and kind of resettle some of these decks so I have some room to actually move around. Okay. Okay, let's start with now monsters and mythical creatures. Okay, so first is my garden dragons. This is going nowhere. These are adorable, and if it ever did go anywhere, my daughter has already laid claim to them. I've not edged them yet. This is the back, but I mean like the gooseberry dragon. Let me find one that I really, really like. The peanut butter dragon. Look at that peanut butter just falling off. The pepper dragon, and it has 3 heads because it's got the orange, the green, and the red. So the coffee dragon. I mean, it's just adorable. So definitely holding on to this. And if at any point I ever choose not to, my child has already laid claim. Then I also have this Mythical Creatures Oracle deck by Ashley Norris. This is another Kickstarter that I had supported. These were all hand drawn. Imp. Jin. Naga. Satire. Gorgon. So like definitely holding on to these. has a little book. And this is the back. And then I have my Magical Mermaids and Dolphins. I've had this one for so many years, and this is by Doreen Virtue. So many years. This is the back, and the pictures do not necessarily flow for me anymore. And again, it has that like little saying on the bottom. And I got this deck originally because I love both dolphins and the whole idea of mermaids. But yeah, this one I'm going to declutter. I declutter it because I do have the messages from the Mermaids by Karen Kay. This is a nice deck, very inclusive. They're not all the super skinny blonde mermaid, like I want to say, I think there's a guy in here too. I'm not sure. Maybe there's not a guy. Oh, well, there is a Titan. So this one I will keep. Okay, and then I have this Traveling Wonders, Traveling Oracle deck. And this just had like a sheet. This is more of a, what do you think it's saying to you? And I do not use these nearly enough. Now, I think they're adorable. I just do not use these nearly enough. So I think this year I need to focus on using these more so that next year when I do my, looking through all my decks again, I can decide, do these need to stay or should I pass these on to someone else who can get more use out of them? But for now, they're with me. Okay, then I have the cute little cryptid oracle. This is definitely staying. I mean, it comes in this cute little tin. These are just, here's the back. This is another one that I supported on Kickstarter. They're just adorable. So cute. Yeah. And I do love that the book and everything fits in this little bag. That also has its name. Okay, then I have the Mythical Cat Oracle. This is another Kickstarter that I supported. And I definitely want to play with these more. And it came with a lot of like really cool boards and stuff for it. So, and because it didn't have like a box or anything, I just put it in this blue bag. Okay, then I have my fairies. I have another one down on the very bottom, so it's not gonna be with this one, but some of these pictures I think are just downright super cute. Let me see if I can find one of my favorites. I just love this guy. But I think in the long run, this one is also on the chopping block. I did edge it with this brown. Then I have my light and dark places. Now, this is another Kickstarter I supported, but I didn't quite know what I was supporting. I saw the cute drawings and I was just like, done. But this is another one where the backs are all the same. I don't, I've already said I'm not partial to these kind of backs. And it's more of like a pull a card and here's your reasoning for the day, or here's your thought to think about for the day, which is cute, but I just feel like I don't use these enough. So I really need to use this because I mean, it's just so, I mean, I think we can all relate to this. If you get tired, learn to rest, not to quit. So yeah, I definitely need to hold on and play with these. I wish the backs were not like that, and I wish, but hey. All right, and then I have my exquisite familiars. Now this one is fun. So they're in here, but I'm going to show you with the book here, just because it's easier. So you go ahead and pull two cards, and then you figure out how you want to line them up. And then based off of that, you could choose what lore, what wisdom, what kind of the message is. So that is just fun and unique and different. And so love that. Okay. Let's do my 2 astrology decks. I have the Arcana of Astrology Oracle. And this is the back. And I did edge them in a dark blue. And I really do like these, especially for learning more about astrology. And then I also have the Heavenly Bodies Astrology deck. And I always keep it in there. The little sleeve that goes on that. It has a nice hard book with it. And then it actually comes inside of the box with another box. I mean, I love the artwork on these. Okay. Now we get into our nature ones. So, and then I have a couple more piles to the side that I've not put into these. So they might go into some of these groups that I've already kind of gone over, and that's just the way it is. Let me move some of these real quick. Okay. So I have the Green Witch Oracle. It's all like garden. And I really like these, so much so that I purchased a copy for a friend and sent them to her. I have the Plant Spirit Oracle, which I purchased from Dana O'Driscoll off of Etsy. The book for this is phenomenal. Like, it's just so great. The Woodland Wardens. Love this deck. Love the artwork and how it puts two of them together. An animal and some sort of like plant. Highly recommend this deck. I have the Houseplant Oracle deck. And this is another Kickstarter that I supported. And I actually, my niece loves houseplants, so I also picked her up the first edition Houseplant Oracle from Kickstarter too. Oracle Essences, and this is the second edition. I think they're now like on maybe the fifth edition, third, fourth, fifth. Again, here's the gold, and with each edition they come out with more. It's kind of the same thing where I was like, oh, do I need the most recent? Which is a good thing I didn't do that because they've now had multiple after that. This is the back. Would I like the whole set because I like this so much? Yes, but I'm not spending that money. And this is a deck all about essential oils. And then I have the Seed and Sickle Oracle. And this is just unique in the sense that um, whichever card you pull, you have a dawn meaning and an evening meaning. So it's the same card, but you have two meanings that you can get from them. Then I have the Wisdom of Trees Oracle. Now, I wish these did not have the colored borders. I mean, it makes it easy to find the meaning in the back, but I would have preferred like they all have the same because that kind of drives me a little bit crazy. And it would have been nice if there was a keyword on these, but the book is very user friendly. And so I don't mind. Also the backs are gorgeous with the leaves. Okay. And I really liked that, like this had a lot of trees from the United States because the other ones that I have do not necessarily. So I have the Druid Plant Oracle. Now these are massive, but the artwork is so pretty. There's juniper, lady's mantle. Mandrake, meadowsweet. And then I also have the Green Man Tree Oracle. If it'll open up for me. I'm not partial to these boxes. And this is by the same artists and creators as the last one. And then um the last of like the mythical is my Fairy Wisdom Oracle. I think maybe that's the last of this. Who knows? And I just love Amy Brown's artwork. Okay. I'm going to move these so that I can get the last bits of the piles. So we can go over those in just a second. So I'll be right back. All right, so next I have the Little Bug Oracle deck by Joanna Nelson. And I have a couple of Joanna Nelson's tarot decks. So I picked this up because I thought it'd be a nice little companion to like put the decks together. These bugs are super adorable too. And then I have my Sacred Bee Oracle. And I have the tarot deck that goes with it. And I like to pair those up. I can get this out of here. And this is just so pretty. Look at that purple. So pretty. And then I have this is kind of like all my little creatures, all my little critter oracles. I have the Catland Oracle and Return to Catland, and I put them both in here. I'm only going to open one, but that's because I have them mixed in together anyways. So, and you'll know like one of them has like the black down on the bottom. The other one has like the white. And this is from Joanna Nelson too. Just think they're so cute. Frogged. This is actually 2 different decks. I just use them together. And then I have my Glow Oracle, which is by Robin Voicey. And this is so beautiful. I am just in love with this deck. Again, each one of these has those little symbols in there too. You see them in the white. Says what the creature is and then gives you some keywords. It's edged in this pretty blue, and here's the back. This is actually 2 decks too. This is my Urban Crow Oracle and the expansion pack. I put them both together. And I love to use these with my Crow Tarot. My Animal Voices, Connection with Endangered Friends. I've had this one for quite some time. This is by Chip Richards. And I got this because these were endangered animals, but the artwork doesn't really, you know, do much for me. And I do believe some of these hopefully have come off the endangered list now. And yes, hi baby. Are you gonna jump up here? Hopefully, you know, they haven't become extinct. But I am going to declutter this. My daughter has laid claim to this because this is the first deck that I shared with her. So I will declutter that to my daughter. Then I have my Whispers of the Ocean deck, which I adore. And this one is, and how cute are these like little backs? Anyways, I love using this with a bunch of my different water and ocean tarot decks. I am missing a deck. Okay, so I'm going to have to find it. So I have the White Hair Wisdom. I also have the Arboretum deck. And somehow it did not make it into this grouping. I have no idea. It must be in my room. I was just using it a while ago, so they are both on my chopping block. These are all also both signed by the authors. And this is by Jackie Lovesy. I think these are super cute. This one has like made up language. It does give the keyword though, so that's good. It just isn't, I mean, I love the aesthetic of it, but I just do not get much from these. I feel like because I have not read whatever book this comes from, that these characters come from, like maybe that's it. I don't know. But both the White Hair Wisdom and the Arboretum, I purchased both of those off of Etsy. and they're both on my chopping block. I won't declutter them yet, but they are both on my chopping block. Then I have the terrestrial fauna Oracle deck. This is new to me. It just came in shortly. This is a Kickstarter I supported. This is the back. How gorgeous is that back? Has nice gold edging. I mean, so pretty. Yeah, I am excited to play with these. If I get them back in the box. I do not want to go. There we go. And it does have a nice book to go with it. And then this is my Thistledown Oracle. And this pairs nicely with the two decks that I have from the same creators. And they're coming out with a new tarot deck with a little mouse. And I'm so all about it. I just think the artwork is exquisite. I love the books that, or not the books, but the little keyword sheets that come with it. Really enjoy this deck. And the two tarot that come with it, or don't come with it, but that I also purchased from the same creators. And this one I didn't support on Kickstarter, but that's because I supported the first one on Kickstarter. And then after that, I went to their website because then they started selling on their website. Okay, so then we're moving away from the animal decks, I believe. And now I just one-offs. So this is my 2020 Vision Tarot. It's just the major arcana though, so I consider an oracle. And these are kind of sassy. And this is from Crystal Banner. This is the sides. These are, and here's the back. These are sassy because all of the cards were taken from something that occurred in the news at that time. So keep in mind 2020. Let me see if I can find my favorite. I love that the chariot is a UFO because the Pentagon had said that aliens are real or that UFOs are real. So, yeah, love those. And I love that they're so sassy. Then, and this one I go back and forth about wanting, possibly getting the big one. What was this one called again? Do I have what it's called in here? This I got off of Etsy. And you could either get like the deck in a tint, the Roots and Wings Oracle deck, and it comes with just like a little interpreter sheet. I have like the little tiny size ones. It's like that rose petal like smoothness. And I just enjoy these so much. I have seriously thought about getting the bigger one and then giving these ones to my daughter. Just love these. And I picked this up off of Etsy. And again, that's called the Roots and Wings. Let me get the little cheat sheet back in here too. There we go. Mine came with like this tiny little drawstring bag. This is just a deck of Saints, I believe. This I got off of a subscription box. I think, yeah. And I just stuck it in this little plastic or this little pink bag, but it has like little sayings. So nothing's impossible. The word itself says I'm possible. It also has just some blank pictures, so you can read into it however you want. I want to say it came from the Inked Goddess Creations subscription box when I was getting that box. This card just does not want to go back into it. There we go. Then I have the Earthbound Oracle. This is another deck that I got off of Etsy. And this is, does not say who it is by, oh no, by A.L. Swartz, schoolgarden.net. I love that the salmon is perseverance. Wisdom. And then almost toward the end of the oracle. Almost. Okay, no, I'm not. Somewhat. Okay. Then I have my thread-bound oracle. And this is another one that's on the chopping block. I just feel like the art doesn't really do it for me. The concept does, but the art just kind of pulls me away from it. And so I think I just need to like really sit down and play with them so that I can determine if these are in fact on the chopping block or if they might stay a little longer. This is definitely staying. I love these cards. Yeah, love these. And this is the Roar Oracle by MJ Cullinane. I always never sure how to say her last name. This is a new deck that I got this year, the Star Secret Oracle. And I picked this up to go with my Star Seeker Tarot deck so that I can pair them up nicely. Alone. Past. Path of Shadows. Anguish. So I look forward to using, and it's got this really pretty lavender. I love the color scheme of this deck and the tarot deck. All right, then this came in this year too, I believe. I mean, I purchased it a while ago, but it came in this year, I think. Or maybe I purchased at the beginning of the year. I don't know. The Earth, Moon, and Shadow Oracle. Really loving these. Again, this artwork. So gorgeous. Predator and Prey. Wolf Moon. witching hour. The chameleon. I love that the box and the deck fit in the bag. That is always handy. Then this here, I purchased to go with my 5-cent tarot. And this is the 2-penny Oracle. This is another Kickstarter that I had supported. Here is the bag. I love that these are little round. And this deck is based off of phrenology, the study of the skull and all the little bumps and knots in your skull. And it has a really nice bag too, that the deck fits in. Yes, I hear you. These are my 2 Egyptian oracles. So I have the Wisdom of Ancient Egypt Oracle. Now this one took a very long time to get here. And I know a lot of people were really upset because I do believe that this deck is the deck that like it was coming via ship and all of a sudden all of the decks went missing and they had to redo it. But I feel like once it came in, like these are just such great cards. I really do like this deck. Are you gonna jump up here, pretty girl? I know, I'm not done yet. Gonna jump up and say hi? Stormers? And it does have a little book with the deck, but I also got the big book, like really explaining everything. And then I also got into, this was a Kickstarter and this is a Kickstarter, the Egyptian Star Oracle. You'll notice I said Kickstarter a lot because a lot of my decks I get via Kickstarter because I really enjoyed the indie decks and I really enjoy supporting other people's dreams. So, and for this deck, the creator actually went to Egypt and took pictures of a bunch of the hieroglyphs. And hi, pretty girl. You can say hi. And you know, when I was really, really young, I was very fortunate. I was 17, very fortunate to go to Egypt and go into the pyramids on a trip. And so I just really definitely was like, ooh, Egyptian cards, they call to me. So I've always been fascinated. All right, that brings me to the last 4 decks that are not Lenormand, that I kind of use as Oracle decks, but really they're like rune-esque decks. So this is the Witch's Familiar Runic Oracle. And this was, I think I got this off of Kickstarter too. This is the back. And like, it has the rune, but then it has like an animal or something connected to it. Yes, I hear yous. No, no, you cannot go in there, pretty girl. And then I have, this is the witch's rune or the woman's runes. So these are like specialized rune cards for women or people, you know, I don't know. People connected to the feminine, I guess. And So like they made their own rooms. I like the dancing women. 2 triangles. The broom. The hearth. And I picked that up off of Etsy. Then I have the telluric runes, which I love. And these go really well with my telluric tarot. I love that it has the rune, but then it also has a gemstone and a flower that can be easily associated with that rune. And then I have the Runic Oracle Odyssey. And it's the new edition by Eva Delacour. And this I also picked up off of Kickstarter, that I supported on Kickstarter. And it has a nice little sized book. I did not edge these were already edged like that. Here's the back. And these are just gorgeous. Okay. So let me put these to the side and count how many Oracle-esque decks that I have that I am keeping and that I am decluttering. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm telling you now, I'm not planning on decluttering any of my Lenormand. So I will show you those now. I have the Little Monsters Lenormand, which will go well with my Little Bug Oracle, as well as my Little Monsters Tarot. I do like, you know, getting cards that are from the same creator that I can just pair so naturally. And it was handy. It came in this little purple bag. I'm pretty sure it came in this little purple bag too. This one, when it does come time to declutter, this one I will be decluttering. This is the Enchanted Lenormand. The reason why I'm not decluttering it right now is because it does come with this really nice book so that I can learn more about Lenormand, because as it stands now, I do not use Lenormand the way you're supposed to. I use it kind of as more Oracle, you know? So this is the back. And I mean, I do like that it has like the little card on top too. But it just seems so crowded to me that I just, you know, once I've actually learned to use Lenormand the way it's supposed to be used, if I ever do, then I will most likely be decluttering this deck and passing it on to like my niece or something. Then I have the House of Shadows Oracle deck. This is the 4th edition. So this has a lot of Lenormand cards in it, but then it also has additional cards. I got this off of Etsy to go with my Shadowland Tarot. Again, I don't love the backs if they're all the same like that, but I do love the cards themselves. And I do believe you can now get this in color, because I do believe that they are now, like, you can just purchase them, you know, on Amazon or in a lot of booksellers. So I may at some point get the new color version because I'm sure that also has additional cards that this 4th edition does not have. But right now this suits me just fine. And then I have, this is one I supported on Kickstarter, the Rustic Roots Lenormand. Yeah, it's like a little matchbook. It does have a little book with it. And when I got this on Kickstarter, I also purchased as part of like an add-on. Oh, and it came with this cute little bag. As part of the add-on, I was able to purchase another deck from the same creator. So I purchased the Aurum Lenormand. And most of these I love. Like, I think that's so cute. Some of these, though, the people ones, I'm not big on the artwork for the people. I know that this is, I think it's supposed to be the creator's son or grandson. Not sure which. But it's really cute that like that gold streak going through it. And it has gold edging. Then I also have the Under the Roses Lenormand. That dog is so cute. I have the Slavic Folklore Lenormand. This is the back. The Fairy Tale Lenormand. Miss Cinderella. And the Gilded Reverie Lenormand. Now, this might be one that I let go in the future. I'm not quite sure. I do like this little doggy though. And it has that nice gold edging. This is the expanded edition too. And last but not least, the Celtic Lenormand. I think I might end up putting that one in the possible, like on the chopping block. And I do believe this has some additional options for some of these cards. I want to say this one might have the snake in another position where it's like shedding. Yeah, here we go. So here's another snake card, but it's shedding. Nice. Okay, and then this is the back. Okay, so let me do the count up and yeah, I'll let you know what I did or didn't do. Okay, so I went back and counted. I currently have 11 Lenormand. I did have my haunted Lenormand that I picked up from Etsy, not in this collection. So I've got to find that one because I definitely want to keep that one. And then I had 88, yeah, 88 Oracle decks. I decluttered 8, so I have 80 even. So between Oracle and Lenormand, I am currently at 91 decks that I am keeping. So that was not a massive declutter, but you know, I did not make that many new purchases this year. I mean, I made some, but not a whole lot. And I did still manage to release some decks that, you know, they're going into purgatory and maybe I'll miss them and maybe I won't, and they will be passed on to someone else who can use them. So I'm pretty okay with that. I'm okay with that. It's under 100 between the two. So that's good, right? As long as I can keep under 100 for my tarot, then I'll be under 200 for all. That's going to be my plan. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this little Oracle and Lenormand collection. And until next time, stay blessed and stay beautiful. Bye.